Alrighty. It doesn't do any. I only use the first one, so it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, we're so excited.
Alright.
Welcome back.
So much content this week because we've been gone for basically 3 weeks.
Welcome
we
back.
weren't here last week.
No, we were here the week before last
We were
week.
here the week before last
We
week.
were short staffed.
Yeah, we were short McStaffed, as the title suggests.
We were short one person.
But welcome back to the super duper McDonCast Snyder Cut 4 hours. 4x3
This episode is in black and white for no reason.
Black and white.
Entire episode.
You should do that. You should put the entire
I'm not going to do that.
Why?
You should do that, Sam.
That would be really annoying.
To celebrate the Snyder
But did
Cut.
you hear you should do that?
I'll do that the week the Snyder Cut comes out.
Okay.
It won't be a waste of time at all.
None of our episodes are a waste of time.
But I can't do the 4x3 because then I can't fit everyone on the screen. Alrighty. What do we got first today?
Anyway, we got a lot of stuff because we have about 4 weeks worth of news, and it's all a lot.
Alright, so let's get started. We got a rumored Star Wars Old Republic game in development according to some writer for some news media publication.
I find this strange.
And he says it's at a studio that, quote, we would never guess. So I don't know what that means.
Sonic Team.
Nintendo's making a Star Wars
It must
game.
be Sonic Team.
No,
It's
No
Sega.
one would ever expect.
No one would ever expect Sega
Would
to
only
make,
make
a Star
Sonic
Wars
games to make anything else.
No, it's EA again.
It's actually, the plot twist is it's exactly who you would expect.
I find this incredibly strange that they would just launch the High Republic and then immediately go back to the old version of what they just launched. That seems counterproductive.
My guess is it's just a High Republic game.
I feel
And the
it
guy
has to.
just doesn't know the difference.
I mean, yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Because, it's still in debate whether it's actually canon or not. The Old Republic stuff.
Yeah, some stuff is, some stuff isn't. It's constantly in
not
flux.
confusing.
Disney is parabolic and...
Oh, so it's a thing that, a lot of the hardcore fans love.
Yeah, because
And I think Disney is scared to touch it.
yeah, because if they touch it and mess it up, then they get roasted
Okay,
alive.
but people were worried about the Mandalorian or something. But so if they touched it and did it justice,
Well,
then
but the
everyone would
Mandalorian
love
was
it.
an original new thing.
So do an original story in the Old Republic.
But then if it doesn't match the quality of the old ones, people get upset.
I guess.
All right, what else do we got?
Disney is not afraid to get rid of everything we love.
Yeah, they're only afraid to make new stuff. All right. Director of Platinum Games tells us that we should forget about Bayonetta 3 for a while. So for people who are wanting that game to be out that they announced 4 years ago, that's probably not great news.
I think it'll be 3 more years.
Especially since every time he's interviewed about it, he's always
just
yup,
it's coming.
it's coming. They're still making it.
I think they announced this a
They
week.
announced it way too early.
I think they announced it a week before it started development.
They announced it, and then they were then after, a year after they announced it, they were oh, we should, are we supposed to be making this?
They've also probably had production troubles and delays and stuff that they weren't anticipating.
No.
And so it delayed it a lot. But yeah, my guess is like Metroid Prime 4, I think they announced this the day after they announced it, they were going to start working on it. So that was kind of stupid for them to do that. And then him saying forget about it for a while, I think they're going to pretend that they didn't announce it. And then
re-announce it.
Yeah, and
it's the first.
Yeah,
time.
and then when the year comes out, they're gonna be like, Bayonetta 3's happening, and everyone's gonna be like, yay!
okay, yeah,
We're
For
clapping.
a second time.
All right, what happened? Oh yeah, so Google shut down Stadia's in-house development studio, which
Oh no!
if anyone knows Google's track record, that's not a good sign.
Google's track record of starting a program and
And
then
then
not
just
seeing
destroying
it
it like a
it
year
doesn't
later.
do that great, and then they just destroy it.
Yeah, if you
They
remember,
had 3 music streaming services all running at the exact same time.
and then they decided to go with the worst of all 3.
Well,
YouTube music.
I hate Stadia, so I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean,
This was a
Stadia's a
stupid
good
idea.
Stadia was a good idea, but they
Stadia is the Quibi of gaming.
yeah, pretty much. It was a good idea, but like, it just they did it bad. I don't know what happened.
I can't believe they're still doing YouTube TV. I thought that would have died.
Yeah, I don't know why that's still a thing.
I think a lot of people have it. Like, I think more
people don't buy cable.
Google clearly wants to make a streaming
YouTube
service
TV is
and
actually
just
pretty
keeps
good.
trying to turn YouTube into that streaming service.
They should just make a new thing. How about Google Stream?
YouTube TV is actually pretty good. But the dumbest part of it is that you don't get YouTube Premium when
They
you
also
buy
have
it.
the Chromecast, which
Yeah.
is like
You should-
Roku.
If you get YouTube TV, you should get YouTube
YouTube
Premium.
Premium should come with all the things. It's
Google just
all
needs to
premium.
make a streaming service. Period.
That would
Stop trying to
they
turn
would just
YouTube into a streaming
that
service.
would just be what Apple is though, where it's just all original
I
content.
can't believe. Okay, if Google made that though, Google would have shut it down already.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
probably.
doing so poor.
Mhm. Like, Apple has the money for their streaming service to not be profitable, and no one.
Yeah, they
has,
don't care if none of their
because
stuff
they
makes
have
money.
an infinite pool of
They
money.
just want to be able to show off their slick trailers.
Yeah. And they want to be like, look, guys, this movie that you can only watch if you have an iPhone
Yeah.
was filmed with an iPhone.
They
Did a
made
load
a
of
movie
that.
with an iPhone
They made
Mhm.
several.
just to show you that.
A lot of their
iPhone-
stuff was only shot on iPhone.
Just
They
to
should've
prove you
used
can.
a real camera.
Just
That's
to be
not-
like, look, you can
That's
you
not
can
a
do
fun
it.
gimmick.
Of course, it's always like an iPhone came with like a crazy like lens thing. hooked
Yeah,
up to it.
like-
It's never like an actual iPhone camera.
They're like, it's an iPhone camera, but to get it to look like this, you need this, this, and this.
You need this $400 lens kit.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have next?
Nintendo doubles down, saying they have no plans to release a new Switch anytime soon.
Well, the first
This
one's
is-
so perfect.
This is not true.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is-
it might be true.
This is clear and obvious misdirection.
well, it might be true,
No,
but
they're
they
like, we made the perfect one the first time.
well, they did this right before the Switch Lite came out. Like
Yeah.
a month before, they were like, we're not working on anything, and then they were like, Switch Lite's happening.
Yeah, well, it was literally the same exact thing. The whole year prior, people have been building up rumors. Guys, look, this little baby Switch is coming out. Look, it's coming. Look, we got the proof it's coming. And then Nintendo was like, no, that's not coming. And then a month later, it came out.
They should improve the battery, improve the screen, and
Make the Joy-Cons not break after a year.
They're getting sued again. They get sued like every
They're getting
other week.
they're getting sued by like an actual like whole country now.
for making crappy Joy-Cons.
Yeah, because the Joy-Con drift problem is so bad, and they still haven't done anything to fix it. It's been 4 years now since the Switch came out, and they still haven't fixed it.
Well, they've been making the same Switch for
Coming
4
up
years.
on it.
Yeah.
They should probably give it a little more oomph too. A little
Yeah,
more
but
power.
because last year there were also rumors of a Switch Pro coming, and they said we're not releasing a Switch in 2020.
Mhm.
But now when the rumors were coming around and they were like, "Hey, is there a Switch coming?" They're like, "Not anytime soon."
Yeah.
soon is relative.
Which-
I still think
What
this.
that says to me is it's coming out on E3.
No. Well, E3 is canceled, but
Yeah, but their version of E3 that they're.
I think
How
if-
about just for before Christmas so they can sell a lot of
no. If this is a thing, it will launch with Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
Like that is
it?
obviously.
It should
the
come with YouTube pre-installed.
Comes with YouTube free YouTube Premium.
They should finally announce that Netflix is going to be on the Switch after 4 years.
Yeah,
Is
why
Disney-
is Netflix still not on the
Is
Switch?
Disney Plus on the Switch?
No.
No.
Is there a
It's
web
just
browser?
Hulu.
Nope.
What?
It's just Hulu and YouTube.
Who? Okay, wait, but Disney owns Hulu,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
but there's no Disney Plus.
Yep.
Is it just because they haven't developed one
Ah.
for it, or because Nintendo's like, no, we don't want our Switch to be more
I
popular.
think when the Switch first came out, Hulu made a deal with Nintendo to get exclusivity for streaming on the
For
platform.
how long?
I don't know, but I have a feeling that's why
Well,
they never.
When they
never came
announced
out.
Disney Plus,
You gotta be kidding.
they announced that it was coming to Switch, and
They
then
got
they just
another
have not
copy?
said anything
Yeah.
about it. So
The same company always copyrights this one song, and I won the first dispute, but they keep doing it again, and I don't understand.
Patrick's looking at his other YouTube.
Patrick has a
now.
channel where he does his trombone,
things.
and
But
he's getting
it's
sued.
not. It's not copyrightable. It's not. It's public domain music.
Copyrighting it.
Let's see details.
This is
You
It
can't
says
mon-
it's pictures at exhibition. That's not even the piece.
it's a completely different piece.
There was a piece in our song that had trombone in it, so that's
so you
ours.
can't play trombone now because we copyrighted trombone.
Summit Records. Okay, let's
All right, what do we got?
Can you even make money from this? Like, do you have
No.
ideas to do it? So why did they? Who cares?
Oh yeah. This is another thing. Nintendo is finally replacing all of its multiplayer servers, and someone, I don't know who, but someone did some digging, and apparently their old servers had support for Windows 98 still.
These were the same servers they've been using to this day. Like, if you go on Switch right now, the same servers they're using, they have been using since 1998. 22 years. I think we figured out why Nintendo's Online sucks so bad.
That's why when you play...
They're over there on their Windows 98 computers coding.
They're coding the game on a typewriter. When they just feed it into the machine, they're just like faxing code.
They used to design Mario on graph paper. Now they're using like Microsoft Paint.
They finally graduated to using Excel. All right, Patrick, did you figure out the dispute?
I submitted mine, but it takes him 3 months to respond. It's
Do you even make ad revenue on that channel?
No.
What's the point?
Though.
All right, what's next?
Patrick, if you get money from
It's
that,
just
you can use it
upsetting.
to fund Karate Steve.
Or Hook can use it to buy food.
Or Karate Steve.
All right, what's on the TV news? All right,
Move on to TV.
new live-action Harry Potter series rumored to be in early development at HBO Max.
Yeah, this is like super duper early. Like literally, all they have so far is we want to make a Harry Potter show. Like apparently they're just taking pitches on like where to set it, what to do.
Honestly, I'm surprised it's taken them this long to make a show for Harry Potter. Like that's probably their biggest IP.
That's Warner Brothers probably second after the DC stuff.
Yeah,
is Harry Potter. Like that's.
Like, why has it taken them so long to decide that we want to make a show now?
I thought they already made a show.
No.
They made those.
They made a Pokemon Go knockoff.
Yeah.
Is there like an animated show or anything?
No, Warner Brothers looks at what Marvel's doing and then adjusts like a year later.
Yeah, except for...
That's their brilliant plan.
Now they're looking at what Star Wars is doing and be like, we'll do that with Harry Potter.
Yeah, Harry Potter is their Star Wars.
Yeah, pretty much. Except
So
for just worse.
No, but apparently it'll be like maybe even a decade before this comes out, because Peacock has the exclusive streaming rights to all Harry Potter stuff for like the next 5 or 6 years.
Maybe it's just the movies though.
And they're technically not allowed to officially announce any new streaming Harry Potter projects until that deal ends.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not happening anytime
Now,
soon.
can they do stuff that's in the wizarding world, but not Harry Potter related?
No, they can't even do that. Like, they just have to pretend they're not doing anything with it. Other than developing the other Fantastic Beasts movies.
Right. For whenever those come out.
Are those all going to be the third one?
Are they all going to be prequels?
Did people watch those? All
the first one made it was fine, and then the second
one had Johnny Depp in it.
Didn't bomb, but it wasn't profitable.
And an implied ferocious gay sex scene between Dumbledore and the Johnny Depp.
But and then the third one,
I'm glad.
The third one, I think they're already filming the third one because Johnny Depp filmed one scene before he was fired, but got all the money for it.
Why did he get fired?
Yeah.
But they should have rehired him.
But he had a pay or play deal, so they paid him.
They paid him
he
his
shot
whole
one
contract,
scene, and they paid him all of the money that he would have made from the movie. So he was fine, man. I bet he was like,
they were the real losers.
Yeah, they really lost on that one.
There.
That was a really stupid.
But Amber Heard's still in all of the DC stuff. She's still
no one cares what. Yeah, that's bad situation.
She's woman. Women can't be victim. I mean, women can't be aggressive. That's not society.
That's how women work.
Alrighty, trailer for the Snoopy show on Apple TV. This is critical to the
This is gonna be terrible.
to the Charlie Brown cinematic universe.
What's that using Flash animation?
That's coming out real soon. The one that the Tom and Jerry movie.
Yeah,
that's on HBO Max.
It's out now.
Yeah, it's already out. You can watch it.
No, it's not out yet.
I thought it was already out.
It comes out later this month.
What one came out? Some movie just came out.
The Little Things with Denzel.
No, something else also came out.
They made that weird Studio Ghibli movie.
Yeah, that.
This does not have.
Yeah, it hasn't come out yet. February.
When does Godzilla
20 days.
come out?
March 31st.
Oh, yay.
It's like 2 months.
I have 2
All
months
right.
to catch up on all the
Okay.
Godzilla movies.
Yeah,
So, we're not gonna watch that. Don't care about that. That's
Snoopy.
not
No. I
I
find
care
Snoopy
about
Show funny because it's the only franchise property Apple TV has.
Yeah, they only have the peanuts and nothing else.
This is just in.
They're
we're
really
making
just
a
the peanut
peanut
streaming
series.
service.
Peacock has The Office. Apple TV has Snoopy.
Hey, Peacock also
When-
has Parks and Rec.
Did it get Parks and Rec?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now I
Okay,
can't
what
watch it
does-
anymore.
People only watch that because it was on Netflix.
Yeah, because
It's the same with The Office.
Are you telling me you won't pay a monthly fee just to watch one show?
No,
See-
I mean, if you were gonna watch it for the first time, I
Peacock
think it'd be
has a
worth it.
misconception as to the value of The Office. They thought The Office was bringing people to Netflix,
yeah.
but it was the other way around. Netflix was bringing people to The Office because The Office didn't do that well on actual network television.
No,
Like, it
it
did
was a
fine.
big hit when it was on TV, but no one
It
cared
did
about
fine,
Not
but
for
like
the
it
first-
wasn't
the first
nearly
season.
as big as it was on Netflix. Not even close.
Yeah, for that,
It
they
was
almost,
big when it aired,
it
and
almost
then it
got
went
canceled.
off television.
And now all the
No one cared. It was on Netflix. Then people cared again.
Well, that's because now all the new youths can see it.
All
Yeah.
the hip new millennials.
Well, The Office when it first came out did bad, and then
It did so bad it was
uh,
almost canceled, and
it
then
did-
Apple
that was
was like,
the-
"Hey, we'll pay you to make another season if we can only put it on our iPod video."
No, Steve Carell did
Because the first
4-year-old
season was terrible.
Virgin, and then
The
they
first
were like,
season
oh.
people didn't like.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
they changed.
They
basically
toned
everything about
they
it.
First
toned
season was
down
like
his
good,
character because his character in the first season was completely different.
I thought he was
Yeah.
great in the first season.
But I think that the first season was good.
It was fine.
That's what got me hooked. Because I remember
Right, come on,
our,
Karen.
I remember
our
kinda being
Wi-Fi
like,
went out, and then
eh.
I had it downloaded, and then I watched it, and I was like, I want to watch more, but I don't have any Wi-Fi, so I couldn't watch it. It was sad.
It was kind of like meh, and then it was like, oh yeah. Then you watch more, and it's haha.
It peaked at season 3 and then went down
Yeah, pretty much.
for the rest of the shows, of course.
No, I think it was good until season 5.
Season
Michael
7's
Scott
pretty
left.
Or at least until Michael leaves.
But I think it was fine out. They handled that really well.
It wasn't like
They handled
bad,
it as best they could.
The best you can handle your lead character leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to go work on.
Like I don't think any other show could have survived that.
He's like,
I
I have
just-
to go work on Despicable Me.
Like the fact that he left and they still made like 2 more seasons is like
Their only,
no other show could have had that happen.
The only problem was
Like
that
if Leslie Knope left Parks and Rec, the show would have died like
Yeah.
immediately.
Well, that wouldn't have made sense to me.
Parks and Rec with Ron Swan.
Yeah.
I would have watched that show.
Honestly, that sounds
That
like a
would
pretty good
probably-
show.
the only
But
problem
he
with the
was
last
great
few
as a
seasons.
side character.
Yeah.
Those characters work as side characters.
I think that this is completely off topic, but I think it would have been funny if there was a spin-off show where with like him leading like the park rangers, because like with how weird that town is, like imagine how weird the people like living in the woods and camping and stuff are. That I think that could be funny. Anyways, what do we have here?
I
still
think
wanna
it's
see
I
that
think it's
Office.
only a matter of time before both those shows get a reboot.
No.
Yeah.
please
No.
They're
No.
bringing
No, they will.
everything.
They're
back.
too profitable. The
They-
Office makes so much money and knockoff merchandise.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is getting a reunion. Friends reunion. Sex and the City's coming back.
They need to let them. Friends already had like they had the Ross show or what was it? The
Joey.
Joey. They had the Joey show.
I
That
think
was
they could
so
do a
great.
reunion
Yeah, that
episode
was
for,
not
like,
the
Office.
Frasier they were hoping it would be.
I think they could do a reunion episode because
Because
like
it didn't know
the
what it
main
wanted to
cast
be.
agreed.
Community movie might happen at some point.
Okay,
no
that-
one knows.
That's the
It's
only one that
fine.
makes sense.
Arrested Development came back and everyone hated it.
Oh, that
That's
was bad.
because
That was
Netflix
terrible.
destroyed it. And
It's because
everyone
Netflix
was
is
like,
just really, really
everyone
bad
was-
at editing.
everyone was
Guys,
unexplainably
ding,
older,
ding.
and the editing
Mhm.
style was completely
So
different.
bizarre
If
and
you-
confusing.
If your
Hi,
ensemble
I'm a
com-
14-year-old kid.
if your
everyone got-
ensemble comedy show cannot get your ensemble in the same room to
Well,
film your
that's because
episode,
everyone got
stop.
famous.
Everyone got famous
and they
and no
all
one
had
could shoot at the
jobs.
same
Yeah.
time.
So they had to like follow one person.
It's the same thing that happened with Community.
Yeah, they had to no, but at least in Community they didn't green screen them in
Yeah.
the episodes.
Like Chevy Chase is just like bizarrely like just completely different.
That could have been funny for his character.
Yeah. Or like remember that like anime I showed you the clip of with the CG character in the same room as the 2D character? All right, what's next?
Skull Island and Tomb Raider anime
No,
series
we
are
got
coming to Netflix.
We got. Oh yeah,
Skull
that's next.
Island's coming to Netflix.
That sounds. That Tomb Raider thing is whatever.
Tomb Raider anime, I might watch like 2 episodes of and then forget exists.
I will forget
Oh,
about
but-
it tomorrow.
The Skull Island thing. I think a Skull Island show, like with different monsters and like exploring
I
like
don't care about that.
the
It's just
history of
lost.
like the tribe stuff
It's
on that
just
island.
lost
I
with
would watch
monsters.
That.
It's
not.
not. It's
I'd
lost
watch like a
monsters.
show or like about like all the Titans and stuff, because that'd be actually pretty cool. There's, like, a giant
Obviously,
spider.
probably King Kong.
So
would
just
show
the
up a little
original
bit.
Godzilla show, basically.
No, it would be cool if this
no,
was.
but that was about Godzilla. I don't care.
I think this would
I
be
just
cool.
want to see the other monsters.
I
Yeah,
think
they
it'd
were
be.
from that show.
I think it'd be
Yeah,
cool if
but
this
I
was a
like them more
prequel
'cause they're
with like
cool.
all of like when all of the Kongs were alive. And maybe like explore like how they, because you know how they had like an ancient war with
Yeah, they had, like, an
Godzilla.
ancient-
Yeah, that's a retcon. That's not a thing.
They just said that because.
They just said that so their movie would work. Yeah.
We'll find out when it hits theaters and HBO Max.
Guys,
on
this is
March
Kong.
31st.
He's a big gorilla. All right, bye. That's it, guys.
Okay. Batman the Animated Series is rumored to be having a follow-up series.
Which is a follow-up to the follow-up to the follow-up
to the
to the
follow-up.
follow-up.
So, in case you don't know, Batman the Animated Series aired in like 1992 to like 1994.
Yeah. Great show. Watch it if you haven't seen
Excellent, best superhero cartoon probably ever made. Most definitive interpretation of Batman. But it had a theatrical movie, 2 direct-to-video movies. They brought it back a few years later for for a follow-up show with
With Batman Beyond.
Well, no, but not even that. They called it the new Batman. It was essentially just another season
Yeah.
of the show. Just the animation was slightly different.
And the Joker was worse.
And yeah, the Joker's design was worse. But then they did Batman Beyond, which was another follow-up show. Then they did Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, which took place in the same universe. And they've been doing comics for it recently. Like, they brought it back in comic form.
That picked up right after the show.
They'll pick up right after the show. So, guys, this is not necessary. Especially if they can't get the original voice cast back and the original like writers and animators and stuff.
Because that's really what made it good.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Like, I understand why HBO Max would want this, especially since like the last Batman cartoon was a Batman was Beware the Batman.
Beware the Batman.
And if you've ever seen that
Go
show,
just watch a
Wait, was
clip.
it the one
Just
with,
watch the
like,
first
CG
episode.
one?
Yeah, that was a CG one where like the main villain was a man in a pig mask.
That was
and
the
a
one where they
toad
were like,
sidekick.
guys, we're not going to
Oh.
use his old traditional villains. We're going to do something different. So the villains were
We're just like
Mr. Pig,
and Mr. Toad.
Anarchy,
They were good.
You know those books about those little toad dudes?
Metamorpho.
Metamorpho,
And with the one girl who's
Magpie.
yeah, Magpie.
If you don't know who any of those characters are,
Good.
that's why the show was canceled after one season. And they didn't have Robin, they had Katana.
Who was not ever his sidekick at any
And
point.
was
in
also
time.
like Alfred's niece or something.
But also a completely different race than
Mostly
Alfred,
or
which made
something.
very little
Who
sense.
knows?
Hello, I am Alfred's niece. I am from Uganda.
No.
Although Alfred's British. So
Katana was Asian, and Alfred was still British, so...
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, it's his adopted niece. And I was like, I'm gonna adopt a niece. That doesn't make any sense.
I'm adopting you, but I don't want you to be my kid.
So you can be like my niece or something.
I'm adopting you, but I'm putting this little label on you that says you're my niece.
I'm legally adopting you, but it's gonna say on the papers that you're technically being adopted by my fictional brothers. No, but I get why they would do this. It's been a while since we've had a Batman cartoon. It's been a while since DC has made like a really
Just a good cartoon.
just like a series because they've had Teen Titans.
Young
Go-
Justice was the last good cartoon they made.
Yeah,
After that, they haven't made
That's
anything.
literally
and
it.
then there's Teen Titans Go. I don't even consider to be a DC.
It's not
show.
really a DC thing.
It's
like,
just a thing.
like it's its own thing. Like it's good. Like don't get me wrong. Like it's funny, but like it's not related to DC
Yeah,
in any
at
way,
all.
shape, or form.
Very cool.
It would be funny though to see like some multiverse property in the future, the Teen Titans Go Teen Titans are like just show up and start like just annoying people and then they like kill them or
They
something.
just
That'd be funny.
they just show up in the Flashpoint
Yeah.
live action film.
DC's not going to do
And
anything good for the next
And
like,
everyone
10
would
years.
send them hate mail for years. No, but yeah, I get why they would do this. I would just do a new Batman cartoon.
No.
But just like
Patrick doesn't want to
make sure it's good.
No more Batman.
Patrick, no more Batman.
No more Batman.
getting rid of Batman.
Yeah, he's we'll cancel him out of the DC.
Batman is
Just
over
stop
party.
making cartoons. They just need to stop making cartoons.
Did we need what happened to the Batman movie? What's going on with that?
It's not happening.
Well,
Wait,
why
the
haven't we
one
gotten
with the
any?
young
We got
Batman?
one trailer.
It was
for it.
delayed a whole year.
We got one trailer for it, and the zip. That was it. They're
Well, we've
gone.
gotten the trailer, but then they had to delay it, so we're probably not going to get anything for like.
How about just another trailer, just so that we remember that it's coming out?
It was delayed, Sam. It's like October of 2022.
If you go up
we're
to
nowhere even close to it.
if you go up to a person and you be like, "Hey, you excited for the new Batman?" They'd be like,
There's a new Batman?
Batman? What? Like they're not gonna know.
Remember we had a
Oh, you know what?
They don't-
Super Bowl.
No,
Maybe
that's
Super
not. Warner Brothers isn't doing
No,
any.
I don't understand why the companies release their Super Bowl ads before the Super
That's
Bowl
so
even
stupid
happens.
to me. Like, why? That's the part of the fun is.
Why are you
No.
spoiling the commercial?
Yeah.
You gotta
for me?
force people to watch Super Bowl for the commercials.
That's right.
That's what it's for. No one cares about the game. I watch it all for the commercials.
Well, you're gonna be sorely disappointed.
I get very bored.
What about the
every
Super
time.
Bowl halftime show?
Yeah.
The weekend.
The Weeknd's performing.
Ooh,
We're filming on this the day of the
I'm
Super
blinded
Bowl.
by the light.
I thought that he was a band until like 2 days ago. I thought the Weeknd
That's
was a
what I
band.
thought.
And then like yesterday, I learned that it was a
I
He had like one popular song.
I
and
know
then-
the blinding lights one and the one where you can't feel his face.
I didn't
he
even know
made
that. I didn't even know that Blinding Lights was
I
a
don't
song.
know who this person is.
No, I knew Blinding Lights was a song. I didn't know
That's him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that song only became popular because of TikTok.
Yeah, that's like every song now. It's just popular because of TikTok.
I
That's
hate
true.
TikTok.
Every single song on the top 10 is
Because Charlie
Yeah.
goes, and then everybody's like, "This is a great song."
This is the best song ever.
Listen.
More 16-year-old.
I don't
I'm surprised
understand
they
why
didn't
there's
get the
so much.
driver's license.
All the
program.
corporations are like,
Okay,
bring
so-
out the 16-year-old girl.
So on YouTube, no copyrighted music whatsoever, or you get.
But on
banned.
TikTok,
TikTok,
they're like,
it's-
put all the copyright. Just take it. Take it. Take it off.
Monetize all of our music.
I think they let it though, just because it makes so
Well,
much
it's
money.
right.
Because
Yeah.
that's what
It's right.
TikTok
Yeah.
is. Without music,
Without
TikTok is
TikTok,
nothing.
people would not find.
Well, because even
good
like
music.
totally indie songs, like that, some one dude made in his basement with his with GarageBand on his old Mac, like songs like that have blown up and like gotten
Yeah.
like on the charts just from TikTok. So I think
they realize it's a net benefit to their business.
well, and especially because TikTok, you can only make it like max like a minute long, so like no matter what you do, you can't.
And
put
they
the whole
also
song.
link the song
Yeah.
to go stream it.
With Apple Music.
Yeah,
No, but do you think they get some of the ad money?
they'd have
What
to.
ad money?
The ads
there-
that they have in the beat, like
You know, they
if
don't-
you
they don't-
open
They
the
have
app-
sponsored content, like if you're scrolling through
Yeah.
TikTok. there's
No, on
something.
TikTok, the only way you can make money on TikTok is if you, the creator, does a brand deal with someone, or
no, they
depending
pay you.
depending on if your TikTok gets a certain amount of views, the TikTok Creator Fund, which I think is like $1 million a week, and they divide it up against like the people who've gotten like 1 million views or something like that. That's the only way you
So
can
you
get
make
paid.
like basically nothing off.
But
Yeah,
just TikTok.
TikTok is not really monetizable.
TikTok.
It is a
Advertising.
launching platform for other social
First, so you
medias.
can show your Instagram and then put
Yeah.
launch content on there.
Exactly. You get popular, you get famous on TikTok, and then you make a YouTube channel. Generally, how it's
Hey
going to
guys,
be.
welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Troy DeMillion, and I'm here to review
Okay,
my
shut up. Stop.
Dunkin'
Stop.
drink.
Stop.
I'm
Okay,
here to
anyway.
review my own Dunkin' Donuts coffee drink.
Okay. Okay. Last TV news, there was more, but no one cares. A lot of TV news is like,
Wait.
Are
What
we
else
gonna
do
talk
we have?
about one?
I want
Yeah, we got way more to talk
I
about.
want a Brian's Life person or someone who follows this channel to go to space. So,
Okay.
Yeah, we need to talk about one.
take note, Morgan. You're going
no,
to
you
space.
have to be 18 or up.
Well, it'll be
Lucas
easy.
Steeds, you're going to
Lucas,
space.
you're going to space.
Dude, he should totally do it.
I think he's the only one with enough funds to join
How
the
much
Elon
do you
Musk
have to
space
donate
trip.
to St. Jude's?
Wait, no,
to
no,
go?
no, Victor. Jenny.
For as little as
husband,
$10.
They just got married.
So
He asked about our YouTube channel. Maybe he can go to space.
he doesn't watch this one though. He watches Brian's Life.
Well,
Look.
he can still go to space.
Oh no, you can get 500. No, you can get 1,000. No, you can get You can get keep going.
What are you talking about?
You can get 10,000 entries to go. Oh wait, never mind. There's sold out.
Everything is sold
You
out.
get 5,200 entries to go to space if you donate like $520.
I saved up all this money for a PS5, but now I'm gonna go to space.
Going to space, Grandma. Oh no, the rocket exploded.
Elon
My
not
life's
exploded a rocket.
Yeah, yes.
Or a Falcon
He
rocket.
just exploded him in like a week
No,
ago.
Yeah, literally.
That
Like,
was Starship though.
it like went up and then like went down, and people were like, "Oh yeah, come on, land," and it just like blew
No,
up.
Yeah.
one of the one of the landing engines didn't ignite.
Yeah.
No,
Don't
but
they
that's
usually have like a
Starship.
parachute? Like a big parachute?
No, it's
No.
It's literally like a. It's like if you looked at a stainless steel fridge and it became a spaceship.
All right, but we need to talk about WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
So Patrick, you haven't seen it. Do you care if we spoil it?
I kind of care.
Okay.
If you said it's better after the first two
Go
episodes.
in the
just
other
skip the
room
first
and
one.
watch
Is it really
all
good?
of it.
Is it really good or
Episodes
just
It's
Four
not
and
really
five.
like it's not
Pretty
super good, but it is important.
Episodes 4 and 5 get pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, those are good.
like, dang, that's so much.
All right, we'll
Honestly,
review that
They're like
next
half
week.
an hour.
Honestly, I was a fan of the first episode where it was just a sitcom. Those were great.
They were
When it
fun.
was
Those are the
literally
best
just a
parts.
I
sitcom.
like
I
it.
wish they made the entire
I've liked
show.
the entire
just
show
that.
so far.
Why couldn't that have been one episode?
Or like just like a 10-minute scene in one episode.
I guess I give it away too early.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
I don't know. I thought it was cool that they started like introducing more like weird moments, and then
I liked that they recreated all of the things, and I think both of them.
Yeah, and
are
like
really
you know all
good
the
actors.
weird stuff that happens in the first 2 episodes. So like we see in the 3rd episode what that stuff was, like actually, not like what was going on in the sitcom universe. What was actually going on in the real world that was causing that to happen in the sitcom universe?
I'm glad they're just showing more of Sword. That's cool.
Like this
You
isn't
don't
really
see
a
that.
spoiler. This is like kind
Yeah.
of a spoiler, but not really. But you know the beekeeper guy.
No.
Did you watch the 2nd episode?
Oh. I watched the first half of the 2nd episode.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in the 2nd episode, like the manhole cover comes off, and like a beekeeper comes out, and everyone's like, "Well, that's wacky. Why is there a beekeeper?" And
I
then
thought
and then they revealed that it was actually just a dude in a hazmat suit, but when he crawled into the sitcom universe, the hazmat suit turned into like a beekeeper thing, because those didn't exist yet.
I thought it may have been like Red Skull or something, because like they hinted at like Hydra at the beginning.
Oh, and you know the
Saw
little
that
toy
something
helicopter
was
that she
like-
finds?
The only thing in color?
Yeah, that was like a drone that they were using, but then when it flew past the barrier, it turned into a toy helicopter.
Yeah.
I have theories, but I guess we'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next.
You should watch it though. It's important.
Watch it.
Okay.
It's only like
I'm
3
sorry.
hours.
I'm
of
sorry
your
you
life.
have to do this.
Put me through this.
It's good though. It's good though.
All right.
At
Once you
least
get past episode
At least
2,
we're not making you watch like High School Musical. This
Speaking
series.
of being
Hey,
forced to
don't
watch
you-
terrible things,
Don't you?
let's talk about
There's
Monster
something.
Hunter.
No,
Oh,
we're not
yeah,
there
man.
yet.
Yeah, we are.
So you know the stock crisis.
That's later in the
extravaganza?
docket.
No,
Let's
it's
do-
right here.
Also, no one cares about that, and everybody already knows about it.
Yeah, they're
No.
making a bunch of movies about that.
Yeah, there's like 5. Like there's like 3 shows, 2
Wolf
movies,
on
and a
Wall
book.
Street Part 2. Wolf of Wall Street.
Well, you know,
Wolf
DiCaprio's
of
back and he's
GameStop.
trading in GameStop.
Hey, Leonardo DiCaprio back in because he's a gamer.
Like, oh, darn.
He's on Reddit.
Shouldn't have done a
Just a
short
fat
sell.
guy.
Martin Scorsese's like, I don't understand anything that's going on right now.
It's just a fat guy. He's like at his desk. He's like, oh, she's a GameStop.
Oh yeah, I'll take that melon capital. Got him. Pog.
I have 300
It turns
hours in
into-
League of
It
Legends.
basically becomes Reddit the movie.
It's like that episode of South Park, but instead it's just the GameStop thing.
All right.
Oh,
So Patrick, you did not see Monster Hunter, correct?
No, I don't care either.
don't watch it. Never.
We saw Monster Hunter. It's bad.
It's real bad. It's
I
worse than
don't-
bad. It's
I don't really want
It's
to talk
absolute
about
trash.
it.
So for the first hour, or 40 minutes, but basically an hour,
You can take a nap for this part.
the army gets teleported to Monster Hunter World. They all get killed. Okay, one of them gets killed by a big desert shark monster.
No, they're all
thing.
killed by spiders.
And then the rest of them get killed by spiders, except the captain, who's a strong female and the wife of the director of the movie. And that's definitely not why she's the only one that survived.
And also, I hate her character, and we don't figure out her
And
name.
then she finds a homeless dude on a rock, and they're like, "We should wait here for 40 minutes and do nothing." And then they do that, and then when they finish doing that, they kill the monster with a bazooka that she had apparently, And then after they do that, the homeless guy gets injured, so she spends another 15 minutes just dragging him on a tarp across the desert.
Look at the camera. I'm not listening.
Oh, chocolate, oh, chocolate.
Yeah, and then also he's obsessed with chocolate for some reason.
No, sponsored
And then
by
they get to the jungle. There's a jungle, by the way, and also a tower. There's also a tower.
Big tower with big dragons.
They get to the jungle, and then there's some dudes there that the homeless guy was friends with, and then they team up to fight a monster that lives in the tower, and then the movie ends and there's no conclusion.
Oh, also there's a cat.
Also, there's a cat chef who makes steak,
But they don't eat the steak.
and he's a pointless character.
Yeah, the editing is like
Oh, and the toilets.
the worst part
They
is the
killed
editing and the structure of the screenplay
And every
And the
single
everything.
character.
and the visual effects and acting and the directing and
Patrick, are you playing Snake
And the
right
story.
the story. Other than that, it's pretty good.
now?
The source material's alright.
What it's
really
based
like
on is pretty good.
But not it.
The format that it's in, which is movie, sometimes there's good stuff going on.
Yeah, when we went to the theater,
Monsters
there
are pretty cool.
was literally one other dude in the theater. just
Yeah,
alone,
we went to
alone.
go see it. It was just us and one very sad middle-aged man.
Max,
Yeah,
can you
I
catch him?
think he's going through
I
some
feel
stuff.
very
If
bad
he's-
for him.
Yeah.
Not only did
Keep
he
in
have-
mind, we sat through Cats, and Cats was fun. Cats was great, honestly. It was just so terrible. It was fun to watch.
I recommend Cats.
This movie made me ill because I was just in there and it was like purgatory and I just wanted it to end.
I
wanted-
thought it was going to end like 10 times, and then every time it'd be like,
Every
oh,
time,
no, we got
every
real
time,
monsters.
they're just about to end the movie, and you're like, oh, thank God it's over. And then they're like, nope, surprise, there's another monster, and another 40 minutes left in the movie.
If you've ever seen it's not directed by Michael Bay, but if you've ever seen a Michael Bay movie, you know that part in every like a Transformers movie where you think you just watched the third act and you're thinking it's about to end, but then you check your
And
watch.
there's a fourth act.
No, and then you check your watch and there's an hour and 40 minutes left in the film. It's like that, but for an entire picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you get 20 minutes in and you're like, oh my god, how much is left of this? It's made worse by the fact that every single shot in the entire movie is like is shaking, zooming in and out for no reason, or 3
There's
seconds long, and they
Three
jump cut to a million.
different times, there's a zoom out panning shot of the same part
Yeah.
of the desert, and then 5 different times, there's a zoom out panning shot of the same rock.
Yeah,
Also-
the movie has no B plots.
There's 4 different scenes where the main character is crawling out of a vehicle that was just hit by something with a shaky cam. 5 times! Why?
While having traumatic flashbacks. Like, literally, it happens 3 or 4 times in the entire movie.
Oh, but
But-
luckily I have my
Let me
note
go
here.
through it.
No,
The first time the
please
car gets
don't,
knocked over, she
please
crawls
don't.
out.
Oh my god.
The second time, she just gets whacked and crawls out. The third time, she's in the truck that was whacked the first time, it gets whacked again, and she crawls out. The fourth time, she's in a freaking plane, and the dragon from the other place comes into the real world, knocks the plane over, she somehow survives, and crawls out again.
Also, the other homeless dude and all of his friends speak a different language the entire movie.
Except one, and there's no subtitles.
Yeah, no subtitles.
Except for one who's conveniently Ron Perlman.
And also speaks English for just because.
Yeah, okay.
Their excuse was like, oh yeah,
He
I
speaks-
studied it,
learned
and
it.
I just know it.
He speaks like perfect English. Like, what?
Like, who did you
And
practice
it
with?
also has an American accent.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, the reason there's so many like zoom out, like spin around shots is because there's no B plot in the movie and there's really not a lot of time jumps. Like it's extremely linear. So whenever they need to transition to a new scene or feel like there's some sort of conclusion and they need to jump to something else, they zoom the camera out, fly it around in a circle of the exact same location the first hour and a half of the movie takes place in, and then go back. And every time they want to transition, they do that a million times.
It's like if they bought a really expensive drone and then they were like, we don't have a lot of purpose.
Again, I said this afterward. It feels like a movie made by a 14-year-old who was just like, I have this, I'll put it in there. I know how to do this, I'll do this. this shot's too boring. I better zoom in
It's
and
like
out
a
really
14-year-old
quickly.
who just bought a drone and just wants to film a rock with it. And then you made a movie to excuse doing it.
The editing of the movie is described by one single 3-second shot where a guy is in a vehicle, he flips a switch, the camera snap zooms in, and then it snap zooms out, and that's the entire
Just while he
shot.
flips the switch.
Just to watch him flip a switch, and it doesn't even do anything. Nothing happens. It just is.
He just fell asleep on it and was he kept whacking it. Just kept
They're
zooming in and out.
taking creativity to new heights.
This is the future of filmmaking.
It's made by the exact same people that all 9 Resident Evil movies were made by, and it's made for the same reason. So I understand, that's why I don't think it's the worst movie. I don't hate it. Just because
it's the worst movie I've ever seen.
I don't hate it because it was exactly what I knew it was going to be. And that's exactly what those people who made it always make. So there's no expectation for it.
Dolby White.
What?
Doobie White, the
Or
editor.
to be right, the
Screw
director.
him. I actually, kill him. He should be fired.
We're
Revoke his union membership.
We're coming for you, Doobie White.
We're coming for you, Doobie
No,
White.
wasn't there
You're gonna watch
I
it.
think wasn't there 6 production companies?
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
a ton of
so
production
we knew we
companies.
were in trouble.
No. The opening, not only is there 7 production houses that
Yeah, we knew we were in trouble when in the opening there were 7 different production company logos.
And then there's a quote at the start of the movie, but the person who said it is not listed. It's just a
It's
quote.
just a quote.
Who's that? What was the quote?
I don't even remember.
I don't think
I
it
just
was
remember it was a
It
quote.
was something about magic other
No,
world.
it was
Yeah.
our world is the
Yeah, it was our world is one of many.
Because she travels to the monster world, which the movie starts in our world, and
Oh, look, I found some quotes.
the movie starts in our world, and it's just a normal desert.
Yeah, they're just in
And then she travels to the monster world, and it's still a desert.
It's another desert, and she goes, or I don't think she does, but one of her friends goes, "Where did all this sand
Yeah,
come from?"
where did all this
And I was
sand-
like,
You were in a desert.
"You were in a desert 5 seconds ago. There's still sand here. What?
Also,
If anything, you should be relieved that you're in the exact
There's
same
still
place.
sand."
Also, throughout the entire movie, we only see 3 different monsters, and one of them is just a spider. And also there's turtles, but I don't count those because they're just turtles. Big turtles.
Yeah, I went to they go to a jungle and they start to eat lunch. And at that point I went to the bathroom and I came back.
There was a village on fire.
No, I came back and there was a million
Turtles.
dinosaur things running off a cliff.
Yeah, they just all died.
And
They
Ron
killed all the
Perlman was
turtles.
spinning in a circle with flaming swords. And at that point I went,
What happened?
I should have stayed in
It was like
bathroom.
the meme of the guy from Community where he comes back with the pizza boxes and the apartment's
and
on
everything's
fire.
on fire.
It
and
was
like-
literally that meme.
It was literally that, but in a real movie.
Yeah.
Played 100% serious.
Also, Ron Perlman's character has a big sword, and the only move he does is just hit the ground with it.
Yeah, and it
Every
makes like a
time-
fire
It
wave.
makes it fire- I'm
That's
just-
all he does.
I'm like, hit the monster with it. What's the point? That's just using a flamethrower for a second.
Anyway, it's bad. I'm glad that it won't make any money because of COVID.
No, it's
We should
good.
just- Destroy all those production companies that made it. All of them.
I think everyone who should.
Everyone should
I
be
think
fired.
everyone who was involved with it should never work again, including you, Ron Perlman. You suck. How dare you?
All right, what's next? All right, I think we're good with
I think
that.
we're good. Don't see it.
All right, what's next? Ryan Reynolds reveals before Disney bought Fox, Deadpool was going on a road trip movie with Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, that actually sounds awesome, and I would have loved to see that movie.
I think he would. I know he said he was serious. I don't think that was ever action.
But imagine that movie.
That
for
would
a
be
second.
fun though.
I would watch it.
It would
if
be
I-
fun.
Imagine Logan, but if instead of a girl and an old guy, it was Deadpool.
Deadpool, yeah. Sounds fun. It was never going to happen. Doesn't really matter.
It could happen.
I think that was probably just a thing where they were in the writer's room and Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds went, what if it was a road trip movie? And they went, yeah, that's a fun idea. And
Yeah.
then they were bought and everyone was fired.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
What's next? Netflix. Oh yeah. So this is one of the things about the GameStop thing. And Netflix said that they were started production on a movie starring Noah Centineo.
Centineo?
Yeah,
no,
sure.
Centineo, my favorite actor. He's
About the
best.
GameStop stock thing.
What's he in?
It's written by Mark
Swipe.
Ball.
Have you ever seen a Netflix rom-com?
You know
He
every
was in the
Netflix
Kissing Booth,
rom-com.
He's not in that one. He's
Oh.
in every single Netflix rom-com
Yeah.
except
What's
for
his
that one.
name?
Noah
Noah
Centineo.
Oh,
Danny, if you watch Danny Gonzalez,
Yeah, he makes fun of him.
He makes fun of him a lot. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's written by-
To all the boys.
It's written by Mark Bowl. The studio is called Pinky Promise.
Ooh, that's
And the name of the
He was in The Perfect Date.
Yes.
Uh,
So many fantastic
he's
movies.
6'1".
He was in Charlie's Angels, the movie.
All the Boys 1 and 2.
And there's a third one on the way, I believe.
Why?
I think it comes out this month.
Yeah, Swiped. That's the good one.
Austin and Ally.
Anyways, the name of the project is going to be called To the Moon.
Why'd he shave his head?
Yeah,
Nice.
probably for a role.
Good
All
for
right.
them.
Leaker confirms that the Star Wars reboot is not real, surprising absolutely nobody.
Oh,
No,
you
I'm
mean
so
where
sorry, I
everyone
don't
was
care.
like, they're gonna make the sequels not canon.
Yeah,
No, they would never go back.
They
to
would
that.
never
yeah,
do that.
exactly.
Kathleen Kennedy is like, no, these were great.
No, okay.
No, it's
don't
not
have
even
enough
You know how there's a bunch of
Yeah.
you know how there's a bunch of like Star Wars like people on Twitter who are like, oh yeah, Dave Filoni is secretly planning a rebellion against
No,
Kathleen
he's
Kennedy,
not.
where he's gonna reboot the movies. I'm
He's
like,
not.
I think we should dub
She's
those
still his
people
boss.
believers in Philoanon. It's like QAnon, but with Dave Filoni instead of some made up non-existent person.
I don't think.
Because it's not real.
I don't think she'll stick around forever. I think she's at the end of her tenure.
I think honestly,
they're not gonna do that.
I don't
Yeah.
think. I think Dave
Let's just make a
Filoni's kind
petition.
of like doing his own thing without her, and she's kind of responsible for the High Republic stuff.
Yeah.
And he's responsible for the good stuff that people like, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's deep as it goes.
Yeah, there's no mega grand scheme to revolt and reboot the movies.
I think
That's not
their
a thing.
plan is obviously just to tell stories that are in a different time period.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
think they basically were like, okay, sequel
Yeah.
era, let's just abandon that.
well, not really.
High
abandon it.
Republic and
Yeah,
Mandalorian.
and, because they announced what 12 shows
And one of the
at
time
Investor
periods-
Day.
Yeah.
None of them were in the.
Well, The Mandalorian is basically its own cinematic universe at this point, with the
Yeah,
Ahsoka show,
there's
the
Rangers.
Rangers.
They're
Okay.
developing a good time period.
Yeah.
And they're developing one that people aren't interested
And then you got the High Republic stuff, which is good so far, I guess. I've heard good
Should have
things.
had John Favreau and Dave Filoni just do the movies that are bad, like the new movies.
But they didn't.
I'm scared
Yeah,
for.
that's-
I'm
that's kinda
really
bad.
scared for Rogue Squadron after seeing Wonder Woman.
As long as she does.
Yeah.
She's writing it.
Is
She's
she
writing,
writing
it.
it?
She is.
I thought she
She's
was
the
just.
sole writer on this thing.
Oh,
no.
Please, no.
truth is important, and
Oh, well, okay. Guys,
true.
guys, luckily, she will likely get fired like every other Star Wars show.
Only if Kathleen Kennedy is leading it.
Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Directed. It's only says directed.
It says story by George Lucas.
They
which
put
is
that on.
not true.
They put that on everything just because he gets a based on
Who
credit.
is writing?
Because he invented.
Because he invented Star Wars. Yeah.
And then,
I think they just have the director. I don't think they have a writer in.
But
Which is good.
Larry
Very good one.
Jenkins. Writing process for Rogue Squadron.
they should get me to write a Star Wars movie. It'd probably be better than the movie.
it'd probably be about the same.
That's
Alright.
saying something.
I don't like that she's directing it. It makes me sad.
Yeah. Well, she directed the first Wonder Woman movie, and that was really good.
But she didn't write it.
Yeah, she didn't write it. So I think it's fine if she directs it. Just don't let her touch pens and paper.
To be fair, it's not. I mean, I don't know. As long as it's not nonsensical and stupid.
Patty Jenkins on Star Wars movie Rogue Squadron, and who is writing the script? Let's see who is writing the script. That's important. There are all their keywords for ranking and search.
Okay, guys. Let's.
Oh no, someone else is writing it. Thank God.
Okay,
It
good.
said when asked who was writing the script for Rogue Squadron, the director demurred, teasing, "I want him to have his own proper announcement, so I'm going to wait until that comes out."
Okay,
So,
so
someone else is writing.
it's not
It's
her.
saved.
Oh, thank God. And she still might get fired.
And
So I think we're good.
Then they'll
well, she's
announce-
fine as like Wonder Woman is one of my favorite superhero movies. Like,
She's
she
a
can
good-
direct.
She's a good director.
And then they announce it's Chris Terrio.
It's Chris Terrio and J.J. Abrams. They're back, and they want a second
They're back
chance.
and better than ever.
Chris Terrio, after writing the Snyder Cut, is back, and he wants to ruin another thing.
All right.
First, we got George Lucas to talk
What else
about
do we got
midichlorians.
here? Yeah, okay. Zack Snyder releases teaser images of Jared Leto as the Joker in the Snyder Cut. Now, I didn't know the Joker was even gonna be in the Snyder Cut.
He's in it.
Much less Jared Leto, the Joker, in Snyder Cut. So
How much money have
That'll
they
be
sunk
fun.
into this movie? Total.
Somewhere around $70 million.
it's probably but combined with the budget
Combined
of the
with the
original
production,
one,
It's got to be near $700 million.
it's got to be the most expensive movie ever made.
Oh, if you were to
And
count
it's
them,
not gonna
if you were to
make
count them as the
close.
same
Because
thing,
you have to, because most of the footage is from the old
yeah,
one.
yeah, it would have to be considered. It's obviously it's the
because
most expensive.
the original shoots, the Joss Whedon
Right.
reshoots, reshooting the reshoots and the Zack Snyder reshoots, and then re-editing the movie plus adding new footage.
If you look up the budget for,
It was $300 million.
and I think that was them, like
that was low
it's
ball.
around that was a low ball
Yeah.
for them because I think it had to be somewhere around $400 million.
Justice League is the most expensive film ever, but should it be?
Yes,
And that was the original one. That's not counting with the Snyder Cut.
And
the Snyder Cut budget is estimated around $70 million.
it includes reshoots and new special effects with a cost of $70 million, which is the entire production budget for Joker was $55 million.
Which was the most profitable movie they've ever made.
I think it's the most profitable movie ever made, or one of them.
I think no, there's probably more.
They spent over $84 million on Birds of Prey.
So it's almost
That was a bad idea.
well that also had significant reshoots that cost a lot of money. So
Joker looked the best, was directed the best,
and
had
didn't
the best
have
story,
extensive reshoots
Yeah.
that brought up the
had
budget
a
by
good
50%.
director, and Joaquin Phoenix played Joker really well.
I think the lesson we've learned here from all franchise films is just make it good enough when you make it originally that you don't have to fire the director, hire a new one, and then reshoot the entire thing. For
Yeah, because they also did that
Okay.
with Dawn of Justice.
Have you noticed Mandalorian has had no production issues that we know of?
Yeah,
Zero. They haven't fired a single director.
I mean,
But they're
everyone
all
thought that
the
Pedro
only-
Pascal
yeah,
was fired.
the
but
only-
that wasn't true.
they're
The
all
only
just
ones
like
were
Dave.
rumors that there might be that weren't true.
Yeah, but I mean, they've all the directors have been like Dave and other guy's friend.
Yeah, like they're all buddies. Like they're all just making a thing they want to make. All right, what's next?
All right.
It doesn't have so much of the Disney.
Oh,
bureaucracy.
Tom Holland called Spider-Man 3 the most ambitious standalone superhero movie ever made.
That's not true.
I
Maybe.
think that's true.
You
It
do.
might be.
For standalone, for like a like,
Given it's Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, pretty
two
much
other
definitely
Spider-Mans.
WandaVision, or Wanda definitely is confirmed at
Yeah,
this
she's
point.
definitely gonna be in it.
And given the last one, there's probably going to be characters from other whole movie franchises
Yeah.
showing up.
There's the two other Spider-Mans will probably show up.
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe spotted on set.
Yeah, apparently Willem Dafoe and is it Alfred Molina?
Willem Dafoe, is he reprising his role as Ryuk from the Netflix Death Note movie?
Apparently they've both already shown up on set.
What's
to
it
film
called?
things.
Do
Jamie
we know
Foxx
what
has
this
already
one's
showed
called?
up for the new one. No, they still haven't announced a title.
Well, Tom Holland will leak it soon.
Yeah.
It's a matter of
It's
time.
only a matter of time. He does like an Instagram live stream. And he's wearing the shirt for the movie.
That's his
Doesn't
name.
realize.
Yeah.
I think he's learned. I think Disney.
No,
has learned
No,
not
I think
to-
Disney has learned
No.
not to give him anything.
I think he. You know that one time he revealed the poster and he wasn't. I think
Yeah.
that was the only time he legitimately leaked it.
No, he
I
also...
think all of the other ones were Disney going, "Hey, you should leak this."
No, there's other times where he said stuff like on like news interviouss and stuff
And he
that
just
they've had to
doesn't
bleep
know.
out because it was a thing that he wasn't supposed
Well,
to say.
yeah, that stuff. But I also think like there have been times where it's obviously because Disney loves their fake PR story
Yeah.
about how something went wrong involving spoilers.
Yeah.
Or they want just Tom
That they
Holland
can-
in the news.
That they
Yeah.
can air on all of the news programs
That
that,
they
they
own.
own.
All right, what else do we...
Yeah,
Godzilla versus Kong
next
trailer?
tomorrow on ABC News. It's like Spider-Man leak.
Ooh.
Ratings
Oh, I wonder if... No, we're not.
In other news, our ratings increased by 20%.
You know what would be
Other
really...
news, ABC is doing
Very well.
Basically-
You know what would be
the
really
worst
cool
out of
for
all the
Super Bowl
news.
ads, though?
What?
I hope... This is, like, definitely not going to happen. But if we got a Breath of the Wild 2 trailer at the Super Bowl,
That would not.
that would be
They
awesome.
would not pay for. A
They
Super
don't
Bowl.
announce
They
things.
know that. Okay, Nintendo fans know that they don't
No,
have
Nintendo-
to make a Super
No,
Bowl.
Nintendo
Nintendo's done
usually-
Super Bowl ads
They usually
before.
pay for an ad, but they
Well, it's
wouldn't-
usually
they-
Pokemon, but
They
they've
would not
pretty much
announce a
always
game
done
in it, though.
Well, they say
Yeah.
buy Switch Lite.
Yeah,
'Cause,
it would just be like a generic ad.
They've done one for Pokemon for the last 2 years.
Yeah, but they didn't like. They weren't going. They didn't announce Sword
It's
and
their
Shield.
25th anniversary. this year.
Pokemon has
But
had.
They're not going to announce a game, no, but I'm saying they'll just
But
have.
for the 20th anniversary,
Pokemon
they
has
had
had-
one, but they didn't announce anything.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. They're not going to
they'll-
announce anything.
They'll have one, but it
Yeah.
won't be anything.
Pokemon has had incredible longevity.
Yeah.
25 years.
It's the second
And
most
they've been doing the
profitable
exact
IP
same
ever.
thing for all 25. No, nothing's changed.
Reskin number 25.
Guys, we're proud to officially announce that we've reskinned the Game Boy game again.
Guys, I know you love the Kanto games, so we're giving them to you for a fourth time.
And now it's $80. Sale, 2 million sales immediately.
Alright, what's next? Godzilla vs. Kong trailer.
Big monkey versus big crocodile.
Yeah, I
Who
don't
will
care about
win?
that movie.
Who's gonna
I'll
win?
watch it, but like, I
Velociraptor
don't
with
care.
laser mouth or big gorilla? I would say Velociraptor with laser.
Yeah, I still don't even understand how this is like a real argument.
Yeah, everybody's
Godzilla
like, no.
shoots nuclear lasers from his mouth,
No.
and King Kong, was he gonna fling poop at him?
They already in King of Monsters, they established that he's stronger than Kong. All the monsters bow down.
Yeah.
to
Sam, what if he's like rubbed all of his poop on him and it's like a protective
And then
layer?
Godzilla gets really self-conscious about how smelly he is.
Yeah, he's like,
and he
oh,
just goes
no.
away.
And he's like, oh no, I ain't fighting
what's
this
that
guy.
gorilla from The Flash?
Gorilla
King
Grodd?
Grodd?
I mean,
No,
Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah, they should make him. The CGI should be at least the same level.
King Kong goes,
Well, in season 7, the Gorilla Grodd CG was actually pretty good. It got better over time.
Yeah, I think they've given that show a higher budget because of Netflix.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's not more time. But I
coming-
think who will win? Patrick, who do you think will win? Godzilla or King Kong?
I couldn't care.
they're
I don't
gonna.
even wanna-
We know that they're not gonna fight.
We know
so
they're gonna team up.
They're gonna
and
team up to
Mecha-
fight Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla was
obviously.
in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like you could see his head.
or
So-
they'll just do like another big monster.
yeah,
Like in the last one they did-
Mechagodzilla.
No, they'll.
It'll
like,
be Mechagodzilla.
No, because they could do like monsters. Like
They
some
already
monsters.
showed Mechagodzilla.
They already
In
did.
the
No, they
They
didn't.
already
They
did
did.
Ghidorah, which was like the
other
biggest
big
one.
bad guy.
Yeah, so they got to do Mechagodzilla.
Well, okay, in
He
the
could
original
fight
show,
Mothra.
Mechagodzilla was a good guy, and the other guy, there was a second Godzilla that was the bad guy. Because in the original show, there was the first Godzilla, right, that attacked Japan, right? So they killed him, took all of his meaty parts off,
There's
built
always
a robot on his skeleton, and his skeleton possessed the soul of the original Godzilla, and then there was a pilot for the robot,
No.
and she teamed up with him, and with the power of also Godzilla's soul, because it was like a sentient robot now, also because it has a soul in it, they fought the second Godzilla that also appeared for some reason.
We're just halfway done with this.
Pretty much, yeah.
We should just end it here.
Patrick really wants to leave.
I know.
Yeah,
I
it's really
don't care about Godzilla versus
No,
Kong.
okay. I think we should turn on this for 20 more minutes. Now,
Anyways, point is coming out. It's gonna be the same as the other ones.
I will
It's
see it.
Godzilla
Why?
movie.
Why they make other?
you will see it in the theater.
No, I
We will
won't.
review it.
I
Yes.
won't.
We will make
If you are going, I will not be.
You're gonna watch
We
it.
saw the second one, but I never saw the first one or Kong.
How many times can they rehash the same? battle?
I watched the first Godzilla. And
How can
then
you make
Kong
a?
was going
How
on.
can you
Watch
make a
the first
feature
Godzilla?
like a feature
None of
length
them are bad.
about
Oh, from
one battle?
1950?
No, not that one.
That was the first Godzilla.
No, in the monster.
How do you make a feature length film about this? It could be like a 5-minute short on YouTube.
Oh, see, because the thing is, the movie isn't about Godzilla at all. It's about the ragtag group of 2 adults and 4 teenagers and how they cope with Godzilla.
Oh no, I think
'Cause, you know,
I think this
Godzilla's
movie
just
will be most.
lazy.
I think this movie will have a Godzilla. The second Godzilla movie had more monster, like actual monster fights in it.
Yeah, because they realized that the first one was
Yeah.
boring.
And it's fine. It's okay. But I think,
Godzilla's in it for like 4 minutes.
yeah, it's not a Godzilla movie.
Dude, these make a lot of money.
Yeah, they make stupid money, especially in China.
Well, actually, no. The first Godzilla movie, the reboot they did, that one made money. Kong made a lot of money, and then the second Godzilla was actually a bomb.
Kong's
So-
Godzilla one was.
Yeah.
I think
Although
they
this
make all bombs.
this trailer was like really big, so I think this one will probably make.
Yeah,
money.
this one will make lots of money.
It's
I think
the
I
only
think
movie.
I
It's the
think
only
King
movie.
Kong
Yeah,
is.
that's part of it.
I think King Kong is like more popular here than Godzilla is.
Are we
No,
gonna
it's
watch?
definitely not.
What's the new Disney movie called?
Ray and the Last
We're
Dragon.
gonna watch that.
Yeah, we'll
Or
watch.
as I like to call it, Mulan with a slightly different person.
Now
No,
there's a dragon.
It's Mulan meets Moana.
Yeah, it's Mulawana.
Moana.
Now the dragon's not Eddie Murphy. It's Aquafina.
It's Mulana.
Yeah, Mulana. Okay.
They
Coming
should-
to America 2 trailer. Patrick, have you seen Coming to America?
It's really fun.
Go home and
You
watch
should
it. It's
watch it.
funny.
It's on Amazon Prime, I think.
It's
Is it
about
comedy?
Yeah, so
It's with Eddie
imagine
Murphy.
okay, you know Wakanda from Black Panther? So imagine if Wakanda existed, But instead of being like a territorial sort of like African cultural center, it was just like basically just a regular kingdom, and they were just super rich, and the dude wanted to go to America because. That's what the movie's about.
Yeah, trailer, it looks funny, but it's PG-13, the other one was R, which
Yeah.
means...
It's gonna be.
Well, but it was only R because there was like the one scene where the girl's topless.
And they also said the F word like 50 times.
Yeah.
No.
Like, you can easily re-edit that movie to not have those two scenes.
I think they should re-edit this new one and just insert
Is
the F word
is Samuel L. Jackson in the new one?
I don't think he's been cast, but I wouldn't be shocked if he had a cameo.
Because he showed up in the...
I think it would be funny if he showed up and he was still like just
He was still the bum with the shotgun.
He like shows up again and they're like
robs the same McDonald's.
If they can get him in those like insurance commercials or whatever, they can.
Oh,
get
true,
him in,
yeah. Because in the original one,
it was before
the king dude comes to America. He doesn't really understand how like American culture works, so he gets a job at this knockoff of McDonald's called McDowell's. And then the Samuel L. Jackson character, who's just Samuel L. Jackson with a shotgun, comes in and like kicks the door down and just starts like robbing the place. And then the guy who's the Prince of Zamunda, that's the fake country, he goes up and he like beats up because he's like been trained to fight for something. So he goes in and he beats up the Samuel L. Jackson character and like saves the day.
I think it would be funny if it was.
That was a funny joke. See, I think it'll be fine because in the trailer there's a joke where he goes to someone's house. And then one of I think it's like the mom of whatever the character whose house he's in, goes like, oh, he's like the Prince of Wakanda or something. And he goes, no, Wakanda's an entirely fictional country. I'm the Prince of Zamunda. It's like, they're both not real. But yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
Looks funny. It's on Amazon Prime. It was supposed to come out in theaters, but Amazon Prime bought it. I think there's going to be a Super Bowl ad.
Probably,
So,
yeah.
Very cool.
Alright. Blade movie hires writer.
How much do Super Bowl
What?
commercials cost?
$5 million for 15
No, it's
seconds.
more than that. I think it's like $50 million for 5 seconds.
Why does HBO Max only have like the Godzilla movies from like 1955?
Because they have all of the Godzilla movies.
They have all
No,
of them
but
except
not-
for the 2014 one.
2014 and 2016.
That one didn't have one.
They had
There was not a Godzilla movie.
Shin Godzilla.
Shin Godzilla?
Yeah.
That's a Toho thing. That's not Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
It was 2016.
There's Toho Godzilla movies, and then there's the
America
one.
Godzilla movies.
Next.
Next thing. Okay.
Next.
Yeah, Blade hires a writer.
Snyder Cut.
I don't care.
Snyder Cut's got a release date. It's 4 hours. Patrick's gonna love it. It's on HBO Max.
We're gonna stream us watching it, and you're gonna watch alone.
Yeah, everyone's gonna watch along. We're all gonna have a great time. We'll all want to die about 2.5 hours in.
Oh, it's 4 hours long, by the way.
My mama got queso.
Oh, cool. And 4x3 in black and white because
No, it's not in black and white.
It's
At least
gonna
I don't
have that
think-
spicy Zack Snyder.
I think they'll
color
have an option to make it in black
they
and white.
freaking better have an option to change it because that'll be heckin' stupid.
I just think it's fun that they've literally given him unlimited money and unlimited freedom to do whatever the crap he wants.
Here's why: because the fans on Twitter wouldn't shut up
Okay, now
for
they're gonna,
3 years.
and they're gonna
So they
watch
were like,
it, and it's gonna be terrible.
so they
But
they're
they'll
like,
love it.
you know what? Screw you. You know what, Zack Snyder? Here's $100 million. Do whatever you want. Make them happy. And then the fans are gonna watch and they're gonna be like, oh, this sucks just as much as the original.
Everyone,
Oops.
no, everyone who is like a normal person with like a brain will be like, this is terrible. I hate this, and then they'll turn it off. But all the Zack Snyder fanboys will be like, this is like Citizen Kane.
It's everything I wanted.
It's everything I've ever wanted in life. I can die happy of a heart attack at 55.
They should make the audio quality really bad too to match the black and white. So the entire time it's like.
You can only watch with like a 2.5 millimeter like headphone from like the 50s.
You have to get like a.
It'll only stream if you have a CRT television.
Yeah.
If you have a CRT television and you're wearing like a 40s outfit and you have like an old
It's on
couch,
VHS.
it only
It's
comes on-
releasing exclusively on VHS via mail order.
And you have to send it back.
No, it's the guy has to walk to your house to deliver it to you.
Zack Snyder, you can only watch it.
Hand
Zack
delivered
Snyder.
by Zack himself.
Yeah.
You have to write a letter to order
He like
it.
parachutes down and like sticks it in your mailbox and then just
See,
walks off.
What makes the only thing the main thing I'm sad about is now after it comes out, now we will get demands that they let him make more movies of DC stuff.
No. Do you think DC watched this movie before they let him release
No.
it?
I mean, yeah,
They're just
they
releasing it blind.
probably had
It's
the
like,
interns do
close
it.
your eyes.
They just forced one of the interns
Well,
to watch
my
it.
guess is like they watch like all of the movies they release.
Probably.
Like they probably
they have to edit them.
Yeah, but like my guess is they didn't give him like they were probably just like yeah whatever I don't care anymore.
This is
Just do it.
what you want?
Yeah. Like they definitely didn't.
Because they know
They're not doing any focus group
Yeah,
testing.
no.
Like, they're not doing any of that. They're
They
just
don't
like,
care.
yeah, they're done.
they know.
This is Zack Snyder.
They know that if they
everything.
cut 5 minutes of this movie out, they will get the people will yell at them for the rest of eternity.
It's gonna
and
be
they just-
extremely
I can't-
slow pace.
I can't wait for Zack Snyder to go on Twitter and be like, "Oh, they made me cut so much from this film. We should release the Snyder cut."
no. You
It's
call
gonna
it
be 8 hours long.
Release the true cut. Release the true 7 hours. 7 hours of Justice
And
League.
it just keeps going and going until there's like an entire cinematic
Do you
universe.
think if this is well received, do you think they'll make this canon?
No,
No,
they don't want this.
they don't care.
They don't care.
They've already given up on the.
This
on
is
the
coming
DCEU.
out on HBO Max. They don't.
I think they have pretty much given up on the DCEU,
Yeah.
at least in terms of like.
at least in terms of interconnectivity.
Yeah, they don't care anymore.
I think they're just set.
But it would have been cool.
This is the last time they will ever work with Zack Snyder for anything.
Yeah.
Their plan is to let him make his magnum opus of crap, and then just let him go, and just let him go make weird Netflix zombie movies again.
All right, what else do we got?
We are sad to announce.
We
that
are sad to
departing
announce
with
that we are
Zack
departing.
Snyder.
Joss Whedon will take over all of his things again.
That would not be good either.
No, neither one of them should be allowed to work.
Blade hires new writer. That's just like that's gonna be the most like one of the most generic like solo superhero movies. And
I think it'll be cool.
it'll be
Blade.
fine, but it's gonna be like the same as like every other superhero.
I think like a
origin movie.
spooky action movie would be fun. Like a
We're
Marvel.
making one of those.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Coming out.
Coming
maybe.
out one day, probably.
One day, maybe.
Coming out this October.
Hopefully.
Don't give 'em
hopefully,
a date.
hopefully it'll be done by Halloween.
No,
this year.
it's going to debut on Halloween.
No matter what.
But
Even
you'll have
even
to pay
if
for
it's-
Brian's life premiere.
We are officially announcing Brian's Life Plus.
It's like you know how Hunter Avalon has his own like streaming service on like some random
No.
website. Well, he does. We're doing that.
Welcome to Brian's Life Premiere Access, where if you want
$30.
it's
to
one
watch
we
it.
release a new movie every 10 years.
And it's always a banger.
you get all of our back catalog of
Of
crazy
shorts.
adventures of leopard movie videos and Brian's Life sketches.
We made a series back.
It's
in,
about a whole hour and a half worth of content.
When we lived in our house in Prosper, we made a series of videos called "The Crazy Adventures of Leopard," starring a stuffed animal leopard that Tucker has. One of them was a parody of the movie. Well, this one wasn't in the Prosper house, but one of them was a parody of the movie Poltergeist. One of them was like where he was
Jurassic
trying to get
Park.
pizza, but just kept murdering people. for some
Jurassic
reason.
Park, Zelda.
It was a Zelda parody.
There
at
was
one
a
point.
fantastic. We did a Heroes of the Future.
Yeah,
one.
Heroes of the Future, which was a knockoff of the Future Foundation
If
from
you
the
don't know
Marvel
what those
comics.
are, what that is.
Now that one was funny. There was a character called the Walnut.
Whose only power was
Who was-
that he could swing
who
into
was a
brick
squirrel.
walls.
He was a squirrel, and his only power was he could transform into a brick.
But he couldn't.
But once he did it, he couldn't transform back. So he could only ever do it once. So no one actually knew if he had powers
and
or
his
not.
other ability was that he could swing into walls and hurt himself. That's why he was called the Walnut.
All right. Anyways, that's completely unrelated.
It's unrelated.
No Time to Die reshoots.
Yeah,
What
the
is
new
that?
James Bond movie. So they had a bunch of paid promotions for like new cars and watches and stuff
Mm-hmm.
in 2020, the year it was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
But they have to reshoot a bunch of stuff and re-edit it
Just to
With
put
the
all
new
that
to
stuff in.
update all the promotions.
To update all of the product placement.
So they literally have to like
So now
digitally
it's not even
like
worth it.
digitally change the watch he's wearing because it's a different watch now.
That's so dumb.
It's so stupid.
Come on, watches aren't they supposed to be timeless?
No.
I mean, everybody
Not when
wears an
Rolex
Apple
is
Watch
paid.
now anyways. It doesn't even
Not
matter.
when Rolex is paying you $30 million only to
Apple
come with
Watch
the
game. No, literally, like,
I'd
No
wear a
watch
Rolex
game.
if I had one, but I don't have a Rolex.
people either wear smartwatches of some kind or they don't wear watches.
Or they wear a Rolex.
Or they wear a Rolex. but like you only wear a Rolex.
And if you're Joe Biden, you wear a Timex.
Yeah. The only reason you wear a Rolex is to show other people you have a Rolex. That's the only reason.
You don't use it to tell the time?
No, because you have a phone. If you just want to tell the time, you'll use your phone.
No.
All right, what's next? Tomb Raider sequel, great, good for them.
Yeah.
Glad we love to see it. The first one was actually pretty good
It was okay.
for a video game movie. It's probably the best video game movie that exists. Oh,
What
maybe the
about-
Sonic movie might. I think it's equal with the Sonic
Detective
movie.
Pikachu.
What?
Detective Pikachu's good, but like for people who don't know Pokemon very well, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like with Tomb Raider, anyone could have watched it and thought it was fine. But like if you don't know anything about Pokemon and you go to watch Detective Pikachu, you'll be like, what's
The kids would be like, whoa, Pokemon in real life.
Yeah.
Pikachu's so realistic.
Look, he's fuzzy.
He's fuzzy.
That's how I wanted him to be.
That's how he should. All right, what's next?
Jared Leto.
Says he likes Morbius.
No, he's just like Morbius.
Oh, sure you are, Jared Leto.
No, he was. No, he was in an interview. He was like, you know, it was kind of hard for me to play this character because he was so much like me, and I went, Jared Leto. He's a vampire, man. He's like an actual.
You're just like a man with a failed band and a weird cult.
Which
that lives on
makes
an
me
island.
really think he's a vampire guy,
What's the
and he
next?
drinks people's blood.
You know he actually has a cult, right?
Yeah, he's part of a cult.
No, he is a cult leader.
What's his cult called?
I don't. You know his band 5
Is it
Seconds.
his garage?
You know his band 5 Seconds to Mars.
No.
He has a band called 5 Seconds to Mars, and every year they all go on a retreat with like $2,000 tickets per person, and they go and they live in tents on an island, and no one knows what they do there.
They're a cult, Patrick.
He literally is a cult
Doesn't
leader.
he have a garage though?
Probably.
And a show with his cars? Or am I thinking of a different person?
I'm
I'm thinking
not
of
familiar.
Jay Leto.
Yeah, that's
Jay
a different.
Leno?
Jay Leto's a different guy.
Former host of the Tonight Show.
Jay Leto and Jared Leto are a different person.
Though I would.
They should team up for a movie.
A Leno movie.
The Leto
The
movie.
Leto movie. The Leto universe.
Christopher Nolan says he's so
Please.
mad at Warner Brothers
Why is he mad at Warner Bros?
because they're releasing everything on HBO Max
Well, what
and
do
in
you want?
theaters at the same time.
What?
He's so mad at them for ruining the theatrical experience that
Of
he's
Tenet?
of just like movies in general.
Okay, well, like every studio's doing that, so
He's
good luck
shooting
finding work,
You
guy.
can't not do that when people are
Yeah.
scared.
He's
to go to the
Christopher Nolan. He
Look,
can do
if
whatever
you
he
live
wants.
where we
Everyone-
live, you can go to the movies and nobody cares.
Everyone will
But
hire Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan.
Honestly,
though,
in
you
terms
go
of
to the
things-
movies and there are like 2 people.
Yeah,
there.
in terms of things to do during the pandemic, I would actually recommend going to the theater because think about it.
There's no
You
one.
interact with maybe one dude at the concession stand, if you even want concessions. You go to the theater and it's empty. You're the only one in there. Like,
There's
it's like the
nothing better
most
to do.
socially distanced thing you can do. I mean, there's no movies to watch, but, you know, you just do it.
There's,
They should
right
play
now, there's
classics.
weird Bollywood things.
Do they play classics?
Sometimes, and yeah, there's a lot of like Bollywood movies in there.
Who's going to watch that?
Indian people.
I'm not Indian people.
There's a lot of Indian people in Plano and they watch the Bollywood movies.
I should just watch them on HBO Max.
All right, what do we got next? Tech Talk. So Apple says in iOS 14.5, which is the next.
Oh yeah, you can now.
Update.
You can do Mask ID.
You can do Mask ID
Thank God.
only if you have an Apple Watch.
Only if you have an Apple Watch. So,
Which-
so we're good. We're safe.
Yeah, so we're good, but
Cool.
everyone else with Face ID.
And I do not care
That's unfortunate.
at all. But it's so annoying. I can't believe we all used to just accept we had to put in a PIN,
Yeah,
and now it's like, come on, we can't use our biometrics.
yeah. Oh, like, okay, you know how the iPhone 12 they like flatten out the sides?
Yeah, I got.
You know how on the iPad Air 4 they made that fancy magic new button that's flat on the side and has a Touch ID sensor?
Yeah.
Why didn't they put that into 12?
Because they had already they planned these.
The
things
iPad
so-
Air 4 came out before the 12 did.
Yeah, but they had this planned like very far in.
So why didn't they just plan
They had
put a
already
Touch ID
tooled-
sensor in?
Well, they already tooled up their assembly and they just didn't do it.
They should have. Why? I don't understand Apple's philosophy of only having one biometric when like every single Android phone
It
has
like 5.
both. Yeah, they have. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a phone out there that's got like a blood sample
No,
unlocked.
I think I bet the next iPhone will have one of those in-screen.
No, I don't think they'll
I
ever
bet
do
it
that.
will.
I don't think they'll ever do
Okay, $10. $10 right here.
that. Okay, I'll just pay for your McDonald's meal on when it's
When I win.
Yeah, sure. Whoever wins has to pay for someone's McDonald's meal for the podcast.
Wait, when is Is the new iOS out?
No, it's not out yet. It's coming out soon.
Is do you guys want to talk about the Golden Globe nominations?
Oh sure, yeah. Who got nominated?
Wait, we didn't finish Tech Talk.
No, that was it.
That was the only
Oh wait, no. There's one more.
No, I was gonna say we want a Brian's Life fan to go to space. All you have to do is donate $10 to St. Jude's, and then you could be selected to go on Elon Musk's spaceship that won't blow up.
Probably.
Okay, they haven't had a Falcon blow up in years. Both of their manned missions were successful.
Yeah.
It's way safer than like the space shuttle ever was. You remember how many space shuttles they lost? They lost like 2 out of a lot.
Oh yeah. Also, in iOS and macOS, they're adding support for Xbox Series X and PS5 controllers to play games, Bluetooth like you could with the other ones.
Wow.
So that's if you want to not play any of the game streaming things because Apple won't let you put it on your phone, then you can.
Well, you can play Fortnite.
You can play. No, you can't.
You can't play.
Still not on
No,
that. It's
still
still
not
not
on-
on the App
still
Store.
Oh, he's sad.
You can play PUBG.
Yeah, you can play
can't do
PUBG.
that.
No, you can. Not if you live in India, but if you live in America, you can.
How do you feel
Why did they ban PUBG in India?
Yeah, I don't remember why though. Oh, it's because the mobile version is licensed by Tencent, and because remember how they almost went to war with China like at the very beginning of 2020.
No.
Okay, well there was a skirmish I think on their border with China. I think like 16 dudes
India
got.
borders China?
Yeah.
That's news to me.
And I think it was like 16 dudes. They either got injured or killed, and then they almost went to war, but then they didn't.
PUBG is a war game,
Yeah.
so those can't be.
Yeah. So you can't download it in India, but oh, this is not on here, but India is making a cryptocurrency and also banning the use of all other cryptocurrencies in India.
So that means it's gonna not have very
That's
much
cool.
purchasing power at
So
all.
the whole point of cryptocurrency being decentralized is kind of pointless if you centralize it. So that'll be interesting. All right, what else do we got?
All right, Golden Globes.
Yeah, let's look up the
Best Motion Picture nominees for drama. They split it into 2 categories.
nominations.
But don't they have to fit the special new requirements?
No, that's not. Those
Oh, wait,
aren't
there's
played yet.
winners?
Those are only for the Oscars.
So these can actually still be good movies.
Yeah. So you got The Father, which was about an old man with dementia. Mank, which is about the making of Citizen Kane. Nomadland, which is about a homeless woman. Promising Young Woman, which is about like an insane lady, I think.
Oh no! So it's gonna be Nomadland.
And then Trial of the Chicago
No,
Seven,
that one will win.
which is Aaron Sorkin.
That's the only one I know the name of, which means it's gonna win because they haven't.
No, it'll be Mank, because it's David Fincher and Gary Oldman. It's in black and white, and it's about Hollywood. And if there's anything Hollywood loves, it's themselves.
Yeah.
So I think that one will win Best Motion Picture out of those.
All right.
I think the only one that could maybe upset that is Nomadland.
Best Picture musical / why is musical and comedy?
No.
the same
I'm just going through this. Best performance by an actress in a motion picture.
No, just go on the website. They have.
I'm on the Golden Globes website.
Okay, then there's Best Picture musical / comedy.
Yeah, I know, but this is listed in a particular order. I'm just gonna read it off like that. Let me do this.
Just do it off their website. What are you doing?
That's not their website.
The Golden Globe Award. It's their website.
I have it like this.
Well, yours is wrong.
Okay. Best performance by an actress in a motion picture. Viola Davis
oh, she's gonna win.
for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
She's gonna win.
No, she won't.
Why?
Andrew Day, The United States vs. Billie Holiday. Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of Women. Frances McDormand, Nomadland. Carey Mulligan, Promising Young Woman. She'll win, and then maybe one of these other people. But Viola Davis is well known and has already won things, so they're not going to give it to her. So they'll give it to Carey Mulligan because apparently she's really good in that movie. Then best performance by an actor in a motion picture drama. None of these are relevant. They're going to give it to Chadwick Boseman because he's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is how it's going to work. It's kind of how it's going to work at the Oscars too. It doesn't even matter. We'll just give it to
Alright.
him. Best motion picture, musical or comedy.
Okay,
Borat,
hang on.
subsequent movie film.
Why is musical and comedy the same category?
Musical or
Those are
comedy?
not the same at all.
I think they were just doing all of the things that aren't musicals and all of the things that are musicals.
Why not just have musicals and then comedies?
No.
Because those two things, have nothing related. They're not related at all.
I don't think they
What
have
about
enough.
musical comedy?
Well, there's never enough musicals, and there's never enough only comedies to
There's
fill two
plenty
separate
of
categories.
musicals.
But are all of them good enough to be in an award show?
Maybe not.
Hamilton is gonna.
So, yeah, we got
Hamilton's not gonna win.
We got
Still,
Borat.
why did it get nominated?
We have Borat 2, Hamilton, Music, which I've never heard of before,
Yeah, me neither.
Palm Springs, and The Prom.
Palm Springs was actually pretty funny.
Palm Springs was pretty good. I think.
Prom, that's a Netflix original. That's not gonna win.
No, that movie's like terrible. It's got James Corden.
Yeah, that's. Oh no.
Borat. They might give it to Borat.
They might give it to Borat
just because it's so
from-
political.
That has the most money because
Yeah.
it did the best.
And then Hamilton, they're not going to give it to Hamilton.
No, that doesn't
just
make
'cause-
any sense.
Just because it's a filmed version of a stage.
And it's
show.
from like 7
5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I think it'll probably be Palm Springs or I don't know. I haven't seen Music, so they might give it to that one.
All right. Best
So,
actress.
Best performance by an actress in a motion picture, musical, or comedy.
I don't know any of these people.
Maria Bakalova for Borat 2, Kate Hudson for Music, Michelle Pfeiffer for Friends Exit, Rosamund Pike for I Care a Lot, and Anya Taylor-Joy for
Honestly,
Emma.
give it to Borat 2 girl just because she did like so much weird, messed up stuff for that movie.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know for this.
Because I saw it and like they tortured that poor girl. Just give it to her.
Here's your participation trophy. We're sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry we did this to you.
Best
James Corden got nominated.
Best performance by an actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy. Sacha Baron Cohen, James Corden, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Dave Patel, Andy Samberg. None of these are real.
Let's go, James.
Yeah,
Corden.
sure, James.
I
Corden.
think
Why not?
Dev Patel probably has the best chance. I haven't heard good things about the.
I don't know what
David
the personal
Copperfield,
history of David Copperfield even is, but sure, give it to him. Why not?
but they're not giving it to Andy Samberg.
Yeah,
They're not giving it to James Corden. The Hamilton, they're not going to give anything to because it's a film stage show.
and it's from like a million years ago.
And Sacha Baron Cohen,
All he do is funny movie
just do
voice
funny
and walk
movie
around
voice.
in the
he
sidewalk.
pretend to be racist and say funny things.
He's saying racist thing about Jews, and that's all
Well,
he
like,
does.
He's just doing this. He was doing the same bit that he did 15 years ago, but he's older now.
Yeah.
Like that's it. So I would give it. I'd give it to Dev Patel or Andy Samberg. Neither one of them were any better than they normally are.
Yeah.
But like whatever. Don't give it to James Corden. That's my only request. Best
Soul will win.
Best motion picture animated. Kids New Age, Onward, Over the Moon, Soul, Wolfwalkers. It's gonna be Soul. Not even a question.
Yeah, where's that? Why is this in a weird order?
I don't know.
Let me go to nominee.
Easily
No,
Soul.
Yeah,
There's
easily.
nothing is even close.
Yeah, I mean, none of these are bad. None of these are bad movies.
Onward was not
But-
good.
Onward's
Cruise
fine.
was not good.
You didn't watch it.
I did.
You did? It wasn't bad.
It was not good.
Okay, well then it's not that one. Over the Moon. I didn't watch it, but it's probably fine. And then Wolfwalkers I heard was good, but I don't.
Wolfwalkers is really good. Watch that.
But it's Apple TV, so I don't think they'll give it to that. Best motion picture foreign language. I haven't heard of any of these. It'll probably be Minari because I think
Because it says USA.
I'm vaguely familiar with it.
All right. Wait.
Best performance by an actress in a supporting role in any motion picture. Glenn Close, Olivia Colman, Jodie Foster, Amanda Seyfried, Helena Zengel. Olivia Colman won like 3 awards last year. They not gonna be Glenn Close because they hate Hillbilly Elegy. Did you go buy Legos like just now?
Yes, Tucker. I left the house for 2 seconds and bought a Lego set.
Did you buy that yesterday?
No,
What is that?
it was a gift
From who?
Where? When? What?
from a person.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Okay. I think it would probably be Amanda Seyfried.
We should have a Brian's Life.
Put the link on the docket because I don't know what.
Sam, we
website
should have a Brian's Life Nerf battle.
That'd be
Shit.
fun. That'd be
Get
fun.
all the Brian's Life boys and
All the Brian's Life boys. Would we film it?
sure. We can just switch POVs.
Best performance by an actor in a supporting role. Sacha Baron Cohen, Trial of the Chicago 7. Daniel Kaluuya, Jared Leto, Bill Murray, Leslie Odom Jr. I'm biased. I would give everything to Bill Murray even if he was bad in the movie.
Sure. Whatever. Why not?
They'll give it to Daniel Kaluuya. Best director. Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman, David Fincher for Mank, Regina King for One Night in Miami, Aaron Sorkin for Trial of the Chicago 7, and Chloe Zhao for Nomadland.
Wasn't Nomadland? I thought that was a documentary.
No, it's not.
Oh, well, whatever.
David Fincher is gonna win. He hasn't. They never give him anything, and again, movie about Hollywood. They love themselves more than anything. Best screenplay: Promising Young Woman, Meg, Trial of Chicago 7, Father Nomadland.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of similarities between these
It's almost as if
categories.
7 movies came out this year. They'll probably give it to Aaron Sorkin again.
Sure, why not?
Because he's just a good writer. Best original score: Tenet's nominated.
Yeah,
They
sure,
had
why
a
not?
good score.
Soul had a good score.
I
No, it
think
should
they'll
be.
give it to Soul.
It should be Soul.
It should.
Soul took that category.
Trent Reznor and
destroyed
Atticus
it.
Ross were nominated
I like
twice
Ludwig.
because they did Meg and Soul, but I think it'll be Soul.
Ludwig
Yeah.
was my boy.
Ludwig is a boy. Best
Best
original
original
song.
song.
None of these matter. I haven't heard any of them. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't know any of these.
Best television series.
Yeah,
Drama.
Mandalorian.
The
Mandalorian.
Crown, Lovecraft Country, The Mandalorian, Ozark, and
I
Ratchet.
think a lot of people hyped up Lovecraft Country.
A lot of people hyped it, but I heard that like the first episode is really good, and
Yeah,
the rest.
well, yeah, because like after the original hype, I didn't hear anything.
A lot
about
of people who are voting will have only seen the first episode.
it. And like the Mandalorian,
It's either gonna be
that show carried so much hype. There's still people talking about it.
but
And it's better than the first
but
season. It was
you forget who's voting.
They also hate Disney though. So,
Sam?
Yeah.
It's a bunch of old guys.
Old guys like westerns.
old guys like Mandalorian.
It's either gonna be The Crown or Ozark.
I really hope not. I
The
hope
Crown is a drama about
I only watched one of these
the
shows.
royal family.
And it
which-
should be that one.
They love. Hollywood loves the royal family.
Yeah.
Like it is their favorite topic of
Well,
all
I've heard
time.
that show's pretty good.
I've heard
haven't
it's
seen
really good. But I think it'll either be that or Ozark. Those are like the only two like series. Because the rest of these are somewhat related to franchises,
it. Yeah,
and
can't
they
have that.
hate
But it's a new
franchises.
thing. It's a new thing.
That sucks. It's a franchise. It's bad.
Best performance by an actress in a television series drama.
Olivia Colman
Olivia
for The
Colman
Crown.
wins.
Jodie
No,
Comer.
Olivia Colman wins.
Where's Pedro?
There's 2 The Crown nominations.
Where is
One of the ones from The Crown.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
this
one
is
of them.
female.
It'll probably be one of these. I don't know.
Pedro,
It's gonna-
where are you?
Oh, he's not even nominated for.
No, that one is the only Mandalorian nomination.
That's stupid.
Is the
He
best.
should be nominated.
And it's
for
not
best
even gonna-
performance.
Well, they don't-
see
don't
his
have any-
face, and he was amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
Golden Globes doesn't have any like technical categories.
Okay, but for a man,
You remember the moment he took off his helmet? and
yeah,
that one
he
scene-
carried a whole show
So-
without being able to express with his face.
Yeah, I feel like you should get a prize just from the emotion
You know
relating
that-
to a
no.
character who has a bucket on his
You
head.
know
Yeah.
the episode with Bill Burr where he takes off his helmet?
Ugh.
Like that whole scene was.
And where he's just like looking at him, he's like, "Don't
Yeah,
do
that
it."
whole scene might be like one of the best in all of Star Wars. When like Bill Burr's like just about to. Honestly, he should be nominated just
Bill
for that
Burr?
episode.
Just for one scene.
Just for that one scene in that one episode, because that was so good.
I don't think Bill Burr would show up to the awards.
I don't think he would show up, but I think he should be nominated. Like, just because you can see in his face that moment right before he's about to lose it,
And then he does.
and then he does. Yeah.
Best performance by an actor in a television series: Jason Bateman for Ozark, Josh O'Connor for The Crown, Bob Odenkirk for
I
Better
thought
Call
Ozark
Saul,
came out in 2019.
Al Pacino for Hunters, and Matthew Reeves for Perry Mason.
Yeah, I don't care about any of that.
It'll probably be Jason Bateman.
Sure, why
these
not?
ones.
All right, best television series,
Music.
musical or comedy, because
Emily-
those are the same.
Emily in Paris, The Flight Attendant, The Great, Schitt's Creek, or Ted Lasso.
Sure, all of them. Give them
appar-
all. A go.
Apparently, Ted Lasso was like super duper good.
Yeah,
for some
but
reason.
I haven't.
Did you watch it?
No, the only thing I know about it is Philip DeFranco likes it.
Yeah. It was based on like a bunch of like fake commercials that NBC did, and then they made a TV show out of it, and apparently it's like super duper good.
I have no idea. It's on.
I think it.
I think people overhype it because it's like the only show on Apple TV Plus.
Apple has so many nominations this year. I mean, for how much stuff they have,
It's almost like they have the most money.
the percentage of their stuff that
Is completely disproportionate to the amount of content they've created.
I think it'll be between Schitt's Creek or Ted Lasso,
Probably.
because at the Emmys, Schitt's Creek won literally like every category.
Yeah,
Like literally everything they.
because
won.
I haven't even heard of Emily in Paris or The Flight Attendant.
What?
Or
I've
The
heard
Great.
I've
I haven't
heard of all of
any
these.
those.
I know The Great was.
I think I saw a thumbnail for Flight Attendant on HBO.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I
haven't heard of the
It'll
other
probably
two.
be Ted Lasso.
Schitt's Creek I've heard of just because
Yeah.
like it's really popular.
Best performance by an actress in a television series. Lily Collins, Emily in Paris, Kaylee Cuoco for The Flight Attendant, Elle Fanning, Jane Levy for that. Who nominated something from Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist?
Is she the lead from that show?
Yeah. Catherine O'Hara.
Honestly, for how
My
like
mom watches that show, and oh my god, it's the worst thing. It's so bad.
the acting is, because I've like been keeping up with the acting is god awful. You know, they casted those people for singing first, acting way down here.
But they got an acting nomination.
Yeah, like the dad who was sick. His only symptoms of illness were being like, or was making that face. That's it. And they're just like, oh, he's just sick. He only does that.
He has brain something.
He's got can't move disorder.
It's like the
He's
new
got
Glee.
tragic origins.
Yeah, he's got tragic backstory disease.
It feels like the new Glee.
Yeah, it's pretty much Glee, but with superpowers. Like, imagine if you put her on the X-Men. Like, how lame of an ability is that?
I mean, no, she'd probably
Oh my god, your
she'd be
feelings,
as
I see them
she'd be
singing.
as useful as Jubilee.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
could spray firework.
No, even
light.
Jubilee, because if you shoot someone in the face with a firework, you could hurt him with that. But, like, she's just, like, the world's worst empath.
Yeah.
She's like, I know what you're thinking, but only kind of and vaguely,
Can you
because
tell
it's a
what
song
they're
I don't know.
Can you tell what they're thinking? Yeah, it's gonna take me like 6 minutes for the whole song.
And then there
to
was,
play out.
for the whole first season, they kept doing this bit where, like, it's always songs, but she doesn't listen to music, and she doesn't know what songs is. And so her best friend always had to tell her what the song was. And then in the second season, they just dropped that completely. That never happens again. That's just not a thing they do anymore. And then her best friend also, her other best friend, starts a restaurant that doesn't sell food with her other best friend. It's like Uber Eats, but you have to go to a place and have the food delivered there. Is that not the stupidest idea for a restaurant? And the whole show, they're like, no, this is a great idea. This business is going to take off. We're going to do so well. It's like, no. You are retarded if you think that is a good idea.
Catherine O'Hara's gonna win.
Anyways.
Schitt's Creek. Alright, best performance by an actor in a television series, musical, or comedy. Don Cheadle, Black Monday. Nicholas Hoult the Great. Eugene Levy, Schitt's Creek. Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso.
Rami.
Yeltsin for Rami. It's gonna be...
It's Rami.
It's gonna be Eugene Levy, because it's Schitt's Creek, and they love the crap out of that show.
Alright. Best television limited series, anthology
Anthology
series,
series,
or motion picture made for
Oh
television.
my god.
They just do not know how to categorize things at the Golden Globes.
We're gonna put best thing.
Like, okay, as stupid as the Oscars are, at least their categories make sense.
Yeah.
What is this? They just put everything in one group.
Let's see. Normal People by Hulu.
Queen's Gambit wins. It doesn't matter.
Queen's Gambit. Who cares?
I don't even know what the rest of these are.
But actually, it might be unorthodox because that's about how bad religion is, and they love that in Hollywood.
That sure, why not? Whatever. I still think it's gonna be because Queen's Gambit was huge.
Queen's Gambit was a
For
huge-
like how like what even is that about?
It's
Like
yeah.
for how like minute.
For a show about a chess player.
Yeah,
it's,
like
absurd.
that show blew up. It was everywhere.
Best performance by an actress in a limited series, anthology series, or a motion picture made for television. Kate Blanchett.
It's
This
Queen's
is America.
Anthology is the complete opposite.
Of a yeah.
Of a limited series. That's literally putting
Polar opposites.
That's
in the
literally
same category.
that is literally putting the Twilight Zone, the made for TV movie, and like I can't think of a limited series like Over the Garden Wall in the same category.
That would be like if you took you took like Avengers and you're like, okay, what's better, Avengers or season 1 episode 12 of The Office? It's like, those are completely unrelated things. All right.
Anya Taylor-Joy's gonna win.
Sure.
Best performance by an actor. I'm not gonna say.
I'm not
it.
reading that whole thing.
Uh,
I don't know what any of these are. I've not heard of any of these.
Okay, so
Your
Bryan
Honor,
Cranston.
The Comey Rule.
Bryan Cranston's a legal drama.
The Undoing.
The Comey Rule is about how
Is
bad Trump is.
Oh, so
It's they don't be that one.
The Good
The
Lord Bird.
Undoing is a horror thing.
Oh, that I did. Someone on Twitter was like hyping that up. They were
The
"It's
Good
the
Lord
coolest thing
Bird,
ever."
I don't know what that is. And then I Know This Much Is True is a Mark Ruffalo show about climate change, and he plays twins.
Great, good for him.
It'll probably be, I don't know. It'll probably be Jeff
It'll be one of those things for
It'll
sure.
probably be Jeff Daniels because Trump bad.
Yeah.
He's so bad. Oh my god.
Best performance by an actress in a television supporting role.
The Crown,
The Crown.
Ozark, Schitt's Creek,
It's the
Ratchet.
same as the other
It'll
ones.
be one of the Crown.
Alright, Small Axe.
Small Axe, The Comey Rule, Schitt's Creek, Hollywood, The Undoing.
Ugh.
Probably Schitt's Creek.
Alright, is that it for
How
this?
many?
That's it. Oh, nominations by Motion Picture Distributor. Netflix, 22.
Amazon
Oh, that's because they're
7.
the only
Amazon,
people-
7 of those are Amazon?
Focus Features, 5. Searchlight, 5. Sony, 5. Disney, 5. That's surprising. Warner Brothers, 4. Universal, 3. Hulu, 2. Neon and
Wait,
Hulu
what is
gets
that?
2.
I
Why is that a separate
Universal.
category?
Shudder has 1. Good for you, Shudder.
A24. Yeah. What? Why again? Why are these categories also so? There's Apple / A24. Which
No,
is
so
one.
these aren't categories. These
I
are just
can-
I know these are like the studios, but why
I
are they broken down
cannot-
like this?
I cannot believe that Disney Plus only got 1 nomination. Well, I can't believe High School Musical, the musical, the series, did not get nominated.
for best comedies or
It should have
Or
been
musical.
for
That's
best-
a comedy and a musical.
Now
and
it's-
a limit and a what? Not a limited.
And-
And an anthology for the Christmas special. Nominated.
A24, Apple A24, Apple
Let's
other
see.
person.
Nominations by Motion Picture. Mank had 6. Trial of Chicago 7 had 5. Father 4. Who
What's
had
the least? Oh, there's a bunch of
Oh,
ones.
there's a bunch of
Did
ones.
it.
Wait, what was Cruise nominated for?
Best animated film.
Well, what else was nominated for best animated?
Soul, Onward, Wolfwalker, Over the
Over the Moon. I don't know.
Soul's
what it is.
gonna win both of the things.
I really hope it's Wolfwalkers, but given it is the Pixar award, it's going to Pixar.
But it was so good.
Soul is so good though.
Yeah, have you seen? Watch Wolfwalkers.
I don't
Wolfwalkers is
have
really
the
good.
TV Plus.
Yeah, you do. You just don't. You haven't signed in, or just pirate it.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
No. Sam.
Oh, I mean, pirating's
I
bad.
mean, pay for Apple TV and watch it legally.
Guys, do not watch. We do
Get your
not.
free trial.
We do not condone
We
pirating.
cannot condone piracy.
No, we have a free trial for a whole year. Just no one else other than me has signed into the account.
No one. Piracy is bad.
Piracy, don't do it. Illegal.
Satan invented piracy.
Satan invented.
That's the
piracy.
truth said in a Bible. That's a Bible verse. It said, but Satan
It's
is
the 11th commandment. Don't pirate.
Yeah.
Don't pirate it.
And the book of streaming, it says, "Do not pirate the shows." That's bad. Okay.
And then chapter Netflix versus Hulu.
Chapter Netflix versus Hulu. All right, that's
Alright,
it.
is that everything?
That's everything. I'm sorry.
Alright, I think that's
Let's
it
go
for
watch Super Bowl.
McDonCast today. Super
Super
Bowl
Bowl's not even happening.
We'll talk about that
Like in an
next
hour.
week on the McDonCast.
Look
Like
up when
2
Super
hours.
Bowl.
Anything
It's
else
at
you want to
5:30,
talk about?
yeah.
Do we want to revisit the who would win between Batman and the 1956 Chicago Bears?
We need to revisit who would win against Sam Sluska or Karate Steve. We need to
Probably
pit them
Karate
against
Steve,
each
given
other.
Sam Sluska
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
really
Sam
fight.
Suska has a gun.
True.
But
But
Karate Steve
Karate
has
Steve
karate.
survived getting stabbed in the back with virtually no injuries.
Wait, I want to see what you added to the script.
All right.
I'm gonna turn
Bye,
the cameras off.
everybody.
Bye bye.